Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be reviewing the new Makeup by Mario, the Master Mattes, the Neutrals palette. I mean, okay, stunning, just absolutely stunning. And I'm going to be talking about the Dior Forever Natural Bronze Glow in the shade Coral Bronze. This is limited edition. And I'll be showing you also a little sneak peek of the Chanel Lumière de l'Océan highlight and just a couple other like newer products. So if you want to see how to get this look and how I feel about these products, then keep watching. Alrighty, so I have the base on. I have my little fave combo right now, the Revlon Colorstay in the shade 180 and the Purito Cica Clearing BB Cream in number 21 Light Beige. So I just have these mixed together. And then I went in with the Givenchy Prisme Libre powder and just kind of powdered the entire face. Do you have the Caliray primer on? And then I did my brows. I tried this pen and I think I like it better than the NYX pen. I feel like it's not as dark, even though the shade is technically darker. This is soft brown, I think. Yes, soft brown, and NYX is blonde, but NYX goes on darker. And then I also use the 24-hour brow setter along with my little ombre duo brow powder here in taupe. And this pen I've been loving. I just use the pen to kind of go underneath the brow. And this is the CoverGirl Clean Fresh Brow Nano Pencil. And I just really like it. But the only bad thing about this pen is it does run out very quickly because it's such a fine pencil. You're just kind of like, did I say pen? Pencil. You're twisting it up constantly. So yes, that's what I've used so far. Concealer, I used Tower 28 in the shade BU. And I also used a tiny bit of this, which is the Maybelline Age Rewind in the shade 160. So that's that pinky kind of tone. And I think that is everything. I actually forgot one thing. I'll be right back. I'm not naked. I'm wearing a bodysuit. Just so you know, it kind of looks a bit nakedy, but I'm not. So I noticed I'm having a little bit of shine just right here. So what I'm going to do with that is go in with the YSL All Hours Hyper Finish Powder. And I have the shade number 1. And I just tap a tiny bit into just the center of my face. You see that kind of like took down that shine immediately. And right here, just on the chin. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna go in with, I was so excited to get this, but I had to buy it off Selfridges. We know how I feel about them lately, but that's okay. This is the Dior Forever Natural Bronze Glow, the Healthy Sunkissed Skin Glow Bronzer, Perfection, Long Wear Comfort. It's the longest name ever. So I have the shade 031 Coral Bronze, and this is limited edition. Why? I don't know, because it's very pretty. So I will show you this. This does come in 4 shades. I believe it's just like a light coral, a light pink, a dark coral, and a darker pink. But go watch Charlotte Holdcroft's video because she talks about different shades and they do look very, very similar. So maybe just check hers out. Look how pretty this packaging is. Like, it's so beautiful. I just think it's so nice. Like I said, shade 031 Coral Bronze. And this is what she looks like. And I will compare this to the Guerlain, but I do have Guerlain in the light. I'll have to double check this. In light cool. So this one does have coral in it, and the Guerlain has pinky tones to it. So this is what they look like. This has 10 grams of product. Wow, you wouldn't think, like it looks like a lot less. This has 8 grams of product. So what it's saying is in the middle, you can see there's some glow to it. Oh, I'm ruining this here. And it does have strips of what they would say is blush. Now, I'm not going to be using it. You can see how dirty my counter is, but I'm not going to be using it as a blush. Like, I'm not going to stick a little tiny brush in there and then be like using that as highlight. But this is what it's supposed to be. These are supposed to be the bronzers. This is supposed to be the highlight and then blush. Somebody said there's supposed to be contour in the middle too, in between, but to me it's the exact same color as the bronzer, so I don't think it's contour. They might have said that, but I wouldn't, just looking at it, say that it's contour. But this is a very, very pretty shade, and the reason I got the coral instead of the pink, because usually I do go for cooler tones. I saw Charlotte's video and she said like there's not really a huge difference between the warmth and coolness of the pink or the coral, and seeing as how I already had the Gallet in the pink, I wanted to go for something a little more corally toned, so that's why I picked this one. Sorry, very long-winded. So let's go in. So like I said, it does come in the 4 shades, and maybe I will just, I don't want to ruin it, so I'm trying to swatch it nicely without ruining anything here. And normally I would go for a, like, it's not super warm. I would say it's kind of like goldeny toned. I don't know. Is it just me? So let's mix in a little bit here. So this is with it mixed. So you can see how much peach that, I'm sorry, my hands are so dry. You can see how much peach that brought in when I mixed them all together. So that's just the bronzer, and that is swirled together. So it does look quite a bit warmer, obviously, once you swirl them together, but I don't know, I think it's very pretty. It's just, I had to have it. I just really wanted it. Okay, so let's get started. I will go in with my bronzer brush here, but on the skin, I don't really find it looks too warm. I feel like it looked kind of like the perfect amount of warmth. And like I said, normally I do go for a cooler toned bronze. I've been kind of like, it says to take a kabuki brush to kind of swirl it all together, but I don't know. I just like, I'm using like a fluffier type brush because I don't want it to be too much. But yeah, I think, I don't know, I've been really liking the shade. And I like that it has that tiny bit of glow, because really where I want to keep it less glowy is just basically in the center of my face, and I'm not putting bronzer there. It does say to like sweep it across the nose, which maybe I'll do just because that's what it says to do. I mean, that's basically what you're supposed to do with any bronzer. I don't generally go across my nose, but I think it looks nice when you do, so maybe I'll just do it for the sake of the video. But yeah, I wore this, I've been wearing this every day since I got it, and I've just really been enjoying it. But you see it does have that glow, and like I said, as long as I don't have it in the middle of the face, I'm fine with the glow. Plus we're also not in summer yet, so maybe in the summertime I might be like, no. But I do feel like it would look very nice on a tan. Hey, Jacqueline also did a video using these, and it looked very beautiful on her. It's weird because I think she used the same shade, and she definitely has a deeper complexion than I do. And it was looking very glowy and quite warm. So I feel like obviously everything you put on your face is going to depend on your skin tone, your skin type. So it's gonna look a little bit different on everybody, but I would definitely check out those 2 channels for those videos. It looked beautiful on both of them. So I'm definitely getting bronzed up here. Just go down the jawline. Normally on the jawline, I would do a more matte product and maybe just keep the glow, like just on the perimeters of the forehead, but I've been using it on the jawline and it's been fine. And I feel like it's not too dark. For me, but I think this is the lightest shade. But it didn't look like there was much of a shade difference. There was a little bit of kick up, but it didn't look like there was much of a shade difference between this one and the number 32, I believe it is. So yeah, that is the bronzer. Very pretty. I'm very happy about that. And yeah. Okay, so we're all bronzed up, and oh, I meant to do a swatch of this beside. Actually, does kind of look similar. This is the Caliray, so it doesn't look similar to this, but it kind of looks maybe somewhere in the middle of these two actually. Again, I apologize for the dryness. They don't usually look 90 years old, but winter. So kind of looks similar to this top shade where they're all mixed together, and then this is just the bronzer on its own. So I don't feel like I'm as glowy with this one as I am with the Dior. So take with that what you may. And I still haven't seen these on the Dior Canada site. Why? I don't know. I don't know. So we're gonna go in with the Patrick Ta blush and not too much. I was gonna use this one because like, oh, look how pretty. Ooh, so pretty. This is the Camo Liquid Blush in the shade Peach Perfect. Should I use this one? I kind of wanted to go for like a pinky look on the cheeks. They look very similar right now, but I think I'm gonna do not too much. Okay, I'm sorry if you're screaming at your phone right now. So we're gonna go in with the powder first. I've been wearing this one quite a bit, and I already knew it from the first time I put it on that this was going to be my favorite over all the Patrick Ta blushes that I have, and it is. So happy about that. I swatched She's the Moment in person, and I just don't know. I don't know if I would like it on myself because I don't like to go overly peachy or orangey. Like this is kind of like as peachy as I go, which is kind of like more like a neutral, nudie toned peach. It might be a little bit too bright. We'll see. I don't know. I'm not doing anything right now. I think I'm good for makeup for a while. So I say that. Then we're gonna go over it with just a kind of damp-ish sponge. It's not really wet. And add just a tiny bit of that in. So pretty. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with my blending brush. Okay, so now we are going to go in with a highlight. I was going to make the video today the Chanel collection, spring collection video, because I do have 4 of the products, but I just wasn't in the mood. I just wanted to wear like neutral tones, so that will be coming up probably in the next few days or so. But yeah, so I wanted to do the Makeup by Mario palette, the Master Mattes, the neutrals, because I just can't help it. It's just so stunning. I used it yesterday and I was in love already. So, you know, I love me some boring nudes. Sorry, first we're gonna go in with the highlight. So I might go in with this guy. I used this yesterday and I liked it. And I might go in with something special over top. So I just tap it off a little bit on my hand first. And you could see like it's very glowy. So I always just kind of tap it down with a puff. And really I shouldn't have gone in with a second dip. I do this every time. And I go back down with a powder puff. And now, because I don't know if I'm going to be able to use this in my other video, let's go in with Lumière de l'Océan. And a lot of people were not a fan of this, but I think it's pretty. Like, I understand not wanting glitter in your highlight, but like, look how beautiful that is. I mean, you can use this on the eyes. It doesn't strictly have to be on the face. So I think it's just beautiful. I had to try it. So what I like to do is take my finger, and you can see it is glittery. Take my finger and just kind of pat it on gently. And you can see it does have that blue reflect. So I just take my puff and kind of pat it down a tiny bit. And I don't mind that it has a little glitter in it. I think it's kind of fun. And then I will just tap it back down. But yeah, ooh, it's so pretty. I don't know what my dog is doing out there. Sounds like she's tap dancing, but there it is. So you can see it just on the cheeks there. I like it. It's pretty. Okay. I'll probably still use it in my other video, but I just wanted to show you because it's new. And again, let's just give a little taparoo on the forehead. Okay. So now, the star of the show. I don't know why it always comes like dirty. There's like little pieces of like specks of eyeshadow on the back. I didn't do that, it came like it. But as you can see, almost identical packaging. This one is more matte than the Master Mattes. I've used it already. Oh, it's just stunning. Stunning. Yeah, the packaging, this one is like slippery, shiny, you can see, and this one is matte, no shine. Packaging is exact same size, and I assume they're the same weight. Yeah, so 12 times 1.3 grams. So there's 12 shadows. Show you the difference in the shades here. I use the Master Mattes all the time, so when I saw this one I was like, okay, it's down. I'm down. I meant to say it's going down. But yeah, stunning. They're repelling each other right now. But I just feel like if you have these and you want to travel, like, you're good. If you're like me and you don't need a lot of, like, I would literally take 1 or 2 single sparkle shadows with me and these, and you'd be set. And then we have this palette as well, the Ethereal Eyes. I'll show you. I know some people are saying the mattes look similar to, this is also matte texture. But in this one you have, oh, 12 times 1 gram. Oh, it's bigger, but there's actually less product in this, which is strange. You'd think there'd be more. Yeah, you'd think that this would be similar, but it's really not that close. Like, the matte shades are not really that similar in tone, and I feel like this is showing up very true to color. But yeah, I also have the Kylie palette. which is similar as well. I don't know where it is, but I will pull this one out for now, which is the Morphe palette, the 18 Cool Tone Matte Essentials. So similar, but not quite. I do see definitely some similarities for sure. You have that kind of bluey gray tone. So if you have this and you're happy with it, like, you may not need that. Or if you are a collector and you love Makeup by Mario, then maybe you should get it. I will find the Kylie one after I'm done and then compare them, but seriously, watch Makeup by Cheryl's video because she compared every single one. She did all the swatches on her arm, and same with Patty Alonso did swatches with the Patrick Ta palette, and very similar. Like, I think 5 of the shades were quite similar. So let's go in first with, what did I do yesterday? Okay, let's do what I did yesterday, but do a little bit of a switch up here. Okay, let's go in with, just cleaning my brush off. I thought I had cleaned it yesterday, but maybe this is not the one I used. Okay, let's go in with this pinky tone here. And it's like a mauvey kind of pink, and I put it all over the lid. I'm just gonna move my mirror a little bit closer to you. Okay. And the formula is very smooth, like butter. I would say probably a little bit smoother than the original. Maybe a little closer to the ethereal eyes. So that is that shade all over the lid. And I do want to use that gray blue color, but I don't really want to use it in the outer corner. I might use it as my blending out shade for my eyeliner, because I feel like a lot of people have been using that shade on the outer corner. I just want to try something maybe a little bit different, which looks amazing, by the way, and I probably will do that eventually. I just wanted to try something a little different. I wanted to try basically what I did yesterday, but just change up the liner a bit. Okay, so that's that pinky kind of tone, pinky taupey, I would say, and very pretty all over the lid. No issues there. Perfect. Like, even that alone is just so pretty. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with, I think, shade number 4. So it's just MN4, so I believe it's matte neutral 4, if I'm just assuming. And I'm gonna go in the crease with that one. So it's just a tiny bit deeper than the shade that I just used, but I feel like it's perfect for blending it out. I need to see what my dog is up to because she's like frantically walking around and I don't know what's going on. So I'll probably have to stop the video for 1 second. Does anybody have a dog with arthritis or something called crepitus? I don't know how to pronounce it, but her back is cracking so much and it's freaking me out. She doesn't seem to be in pain, but she is definitely stiff. Her back end is stiff, and sometimes her back leg will kind of cross. They'll cross each other, and I think it's because she has arthritis. But again, she's not like she's still walking, and honestly when she gets excited about food, then all of a sudden she can walk fine, she's running, she's jumping. It's like very confusing because we're like, okay, do we take her to the vet? I don't know what to do. But her back is cracking like crazy, and I googled it and it says it's most likely osteoarthritis or creepitis, and I know she has arthritis. And so I got her some glucosamine chewies. They're like packed with different types of vitamins, but I just started giving them to her, so I haven't really noticed like a big difference yet. But is there anything else I can do? Do any of you have this? Like, it's scary. It says it could just be like gas bubbles throughout her joints, I think, which is what's giving that creaky sound, but it's freaking me out. So what should I do? Anyway, okay, I'm gonna use these two now. So that is MN5 and MN8, and just go in a little bit tighter. The time changed and I am feeling it. I got up early with the dog to take her outside, and she wears diapers at night. She has this like issue ever since she's been spayed. She has like basically a peeing issue. Like that's the only thing that's ever been an issue with her, is the peeing thing. So we used to let her sleep in our room, but she kept jumping off the bed, and with the arthritis thing, we're like, we don't want her jumping on and off the bed anymore. It's too high, and like, yeah, we just didn't want that for her. And we have carpet in our bedroom, so we let her stay in the living room, and she has her bed out there, so we don't put her in a kennel or anything. She doesn't do great in a kennel. She whines the whole time. And I think, I don't know, there was like something traumatic about it for her, so we don't use it. I'm gonna go in with that lightest shade now, this one here. Put it just in the corner of my eye. And so we put a diaper on her, and we think it's just easier to have her out in the living room, but sometimes we wake up and she just starts like walking through her pee, so there's like footprints everywhere, like little pee footprints, and you have to clean the floor like 7 billion times, which I don't mind. I will do anything for her, so if that's the only issue, I will deal with it. But we do put diapers on her, and somehow she Houdinis her little way out of the diaper most of the time. But last night she kept it on, so she had peed in her diaper, and like there was no mess anywhere. Sometimes if she pees too much, it'll like leak through the diaper, but it didn't this time, and so that's fine. So then I threw the diaper away, brought her outside. Of course she was not peeing outside. She's like, nope, I already did it. Too bad. So I was walking her outside for like half an hour, and I'm like, oh my God, please go. And it was like 7 in the morning, but the time changed to 8. So I'm just like not feeling it, paying for it today. So tired. I ended up going back to sleep, and then that was kind of a mistake because now I'm just more tired. So do I want to use this eyeliner? Maybe I will use, yeah, I'm gonna use this one. So this is Victoria Beckham Ash. You know, I go in with this one all the time. I'm just gonna do just like a tiny amount here. She stopped moving, so I don't think I have to go out there. I think she just laid down. So I'm just putting a tiny bit on the lid, and then I'm going to take, I don't know if I want to go with the pencil brush. I think I'm going to go in with the angle brush. Yesterday I just used like the darkest browns, but today I'm going to use this bluey shade here. And we'll see how that looks together. I think it'll be nice though. This also, sorry, I have hiccups. This also gives me a little Vega vibes minus the sparkle. And you know I'm obsessed with Vega. But I would say, everyone's saying it's a cool tone palette. It is a neutral palette, in my opinion, that has a few cool tones. I think the gray tone is not the only cool tone. I would say there's like 4-ish. So this one's obviously quite cool toned. The black, this here, this shade to me is quite cool toned. That one pulls cooler. So I would say it's kind of like a mix between a neutral, cool palette. But it's beautiful. And I think sometimes when it's too cool, it's just like a little bit too much. So I kind of like that it has a mix. And this is looking very pretty. Okay, and then I think what I'm gonna do next is maybe underneath I'm going to use maybe these two. I'm trying to use like as many as I can. There are obviously similarities, but in person I feel like it's a little bit more diverse than it looks online. Like online I feel like it could look a little redundant and like the shades are too similar, but I feel like they are, although they are similar, there is a difference in person. There's a difference in depth, there's a difference in tone. And it's easier to see when you have it in front of you. But I feel like it's beautiful because they all just mesh so well together. Like even in the crease, I feel like they just kind of like blend themselves out. So again, just with those 2 shades underneath the eye. Like these are my favorite types of looks to do. These are my favorite tones to wear. I love a matte eye. I just think there's something so pretty, and I don't know. I just love a matte eye. So I think what I'm gonna do is just go in with that darkest brown, this one here, and I'm just going to just deepen up the crease just like a tiny bit more. I just want like a little more depth in there. And then I'm gonna go in with my blending brush. And I'm just gonna blend that out just a little bit. I just wanted something like a little bit more in there. This is so pretty. And I feel like, yeah, if you want a little pizzazz, just add a little sparkle in there. Like honestly, I might do something like this for the wedding. I don't know. We had our tasting last week, and not gonna lie, we weren't that impressed with the food. We were, like, some things were good. I thought the salmon was really good. My fiance's just not a salmon guy, so he didn't love it, but I thought that was really good. But it's just very, you know, like banquety type food, and like it is what it is. But it was kind of cool. We picked out all of our linens and centerpieces and everything, and we were so worried about centerpieces. We were going to do them ourselves, and then we just decided, you know what, I don't want to set it up ourselves. Let's just have them do everything. We got these like big, they're called, what are they called, sand vases. So it's just full of like white sand with like a white candle on top, and they're really big. They're like this high. We're getting 3 on each side of our sweetheart table. head table. So yeah, I think we're feeling better about it because we have our cake now that we're ordering. Like we know who we're going with. And then, what else? Flowers. We ordered or we're renting this big flower arch, which obviously make things super easy too. We're ordering or renting it from the same place we're having our wedding. So again, we don't have to set anything up. So now I just need my bouquet and corsages, boutonnieres for like moms, nephews, fathers, and then my fiance. So I just went in with that same eyeliner just on the waterline. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other eye, and I'll put my mascara on and I will be right back. All right, so eyes are done. I just put my mascara on, which is CoverGirl Exhibitionist mixed with the CoverGirl Cleantopia Lash Blast Cleantopia mascara. Okay, so now we're gonna go in with lippies. And I was so against buying this, and I don't know why, because I was like, is it really that good? It's lip balm. Like, it's just lip balm. It smells so good. I just got the vanilla one, which is just clear. I was gonna get vanilla beige, but it seemed a little like orangey, and I'm like, I'm definitely gonna wear clear over a super warm tone lip balm. And my lipstick kind of was wearing off by the time we left the mall yesterday, and so I just put this on, and it just looked so pretty because I still had a little bit of my lip liner. I am going to put a lipstick on, but I might put a little bit of that over top. So we're going with Nude Truffle. I'm gonna have to use something different. You guys are probably so sick of seeing this. It was like how much I would use Nude Beige. Okay, sorry if you can hear my dishwasher going. Let's go in with, yesterday I wore one that it's not in stock anymore. I wore Act Natural, which I think is so beautiful. Just look at it. It's definitely like a cooler tone beigey pink, which is very similar to this guy, Love Love, but again, is Love Love gone? I don't know. As you can see, these are very, very close. Maybe I'll do this one just a tiny bit. I'm like just very lightly tapping the lip with that. And these are almost identical. And then I think I'm gonna go in with a little bit of this, which is still available. This is the Prada. And I like to go over this because this is a little more creamy and the Prada is matte. So I like to go over something that's a little more creamy with the Prada because it's pretty drying. And this is the shade Alabaster. Very pretty. So I think I'm gonna leave it like that. Maybe I'll just put just a touch more lip liner just to deepen the outer corner a bit. And then I'll go in with, so yesterday I went in with a little bit of the Patrick Ta Say Less gloss. And then all of this kind of just wore off, and then I just had my lip liner, and then I put this on and it looked so good. So I would put a little bit of that, but I think I'm just gonna do the balm. And I'm not gonna go right in, I'm just gonna use my finger because I don't like to get like applicators dirty. Is that weird? I'm the same with lip gloss, I'll go in with my finger It just, it smells so good. It's so comfortable. This is something that I didn't want to love. I don't know why I didn't want to love it. Probably because it's expensive. It's like 30 bucks just for a lip balm, but it's worth it. Okay, so let's get my hair in order. I bought these earrings yesterday and I was getting so annoyed because they kept falling out. They kept like going sideways, and they're meant to just like stick in your ear, but the problem was I hadn't pushed the thing in tight enough. Like I hadn't pushed the back in tight enough. And yeah, now they stay. So that's good, because I was like, did I just buy these for nothing? I went to Zara, that's where I got them from. But I just feel so naked right now. I feel like I need to be covered. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. This is the completed look with the, I was gonna say Etherealize, the Master Mattes neutrals, and using the Patrick Ta blush, the Chanel highlight, and then the new kind of brow products. Oopsie, right here. I feel like I need to deepen this brow for some reason. I feel like there's too many little spaces here. That better? Hopefully. But yeah, this is this. It has a little brow gel at the bottom too, so I feel like that's cool. I'm obsessed. I mean, this is just, it's very me. So I love it. Very obsessed with this. I'm sorry I keep saying obsessed, but it's beautiful. The bronzer I absolutely love. Again, if you wanted to see comparisons, go to Makeup by Cheryl's video, and she did a ton of comparisons. I can't find the Kylie palette, so I'm sorry, but yeah, go watch her video. The powder, I'm just really enjoying this YSL powder. The bronzer, absolutely love. No issues with the bronzer. It is a little bit warmer, but like I don't feel like it's orange. I feel like it's kind of looks a little bit more goldeny. I don't know, what do you think? I really like it, and I do like that it has that tiny bit of glow to it. I don't feel too shiny. And oh, I didn't even put it across my nose like I said I was going to do. Where is my brush? This is just like, this is a mess. I need to absolutely clean this. I just have makeup all over the place. Here it is. It's just, I mean, I've already contoured my nose, so it's kind of like brushing it away. But anyway, yeah, the blush, love the blush, obviously. I said that in my last video that I used it in, but I love everything that I purchased and I'm so happy, thank goodness. Yeah, so next week, sorry that I keep saying I'm the worst. Next week or within the next few days, I'm gonna get the Chanel video up. I don't have Rivage, which I know is like insanely hard to get right now. So I have the Coral palette, so hopefully you can still get that one. I know all of this is just slowly dropping in Canada right now. I believe I got mine from the Bay. Chanel Canada has it now. It does not have Rivage. I think they're still waiting for it. I went to the Bay yesterday and they still haven't gotten the collection in. So keep an eye out for that if you're Canadian and you're really wanting it. Call your local Bay and ask them to give you a call when the products come in, because they will do that for you. And same with Shoppers Drug Mart. I saw some of the stuff launching on there. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this and thank you so much for watching and I love ya. Bye.